Okay, let's see if we can use this little machine. If this bucket from here to this edge is only a foot, this thing across is almost double that. But what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna just wrap some straps around it and just kind of balance it. It's kind of risky. This is an expensive tree and it's, I don't know, as it stands right now, it's probably 8 feet, 9 feet. But we're gonna give it a shot here. Let me get it all strapped in. So I just recently I recently welded this hook in onto the bucket here. So that actually came in clutch just now. And this is a 500-pound strap. I'm thinking about maybe getting another strap on here. But working load limit, what does that mean, right? Okay, that means this. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it feels secure. The only thing I could do is start it up and try to lift this bucket and see what we got going on here. I don't have forks. If I had forks, I'd be using forks. All right. Okay, check it out. So it lifts up no problem. And all I did was I tilted this bucket back so that the weight of the tree is shifted this way. And I think as long as I could slowly move this, and I gotta move this up a side of a hill. It's not very steep, but it's still quite a bit of a grade. But look at that. This is like, I think we can do this. That's exciting. Saved money on having to buy forks. Even though you can get some Vevor forks, 43 inches, 2,000 pound forks for like, $90. But I mean, look at this. Right on. That's a big tree. We made it. We made it. No problem at all. So I was down there, so I had to come around up a little hill. I wish I could have recorded it, but I don't have my GoPro yet. But yeah, that was easy, super easy. Man, that's excited because I was kind of, stressed about this whole situation. This thing weighs so much. But right on. So easily doable. Perfect. If anybody else is interested in the rest of this video, 23 inch tall root ball. Okay. So 23 by 23, roughly. Okay. Well, we gotta get this in this hole. So I'm taking measurements because you have to do this a very specific way. The nursery had instructions. So let me just get at it. Here's the end result. Ooh, that took me a few hours. Get that all packed in, make sure all the air pockets are we don't have any air pockets. So tamping everything down as I'm backfilling. And then creating this 2 to 4 inch ring or berm around the base. And then I got irrigation right there. And I'm gonna add another irrigation line on the other side. That way I don't have to run it as long and I could just have it dripping slowly. And then, yeah, but wow. For those that hung in there for the rest of this, mini skid steer, handled it like a champ, no problem. That's a 25 horsepower. Or actually, I think it's the 739cc Ratto engine. This one is a 3-pump, 3-valve. But obviously, for something like this, you only need a 2-pump. And it was the factory bucket. Did an excellent job. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever do a tree this big by myself again. Here's the emitter, and then look at this trunk. I mean, this was a big tree. You know, it's like... Anyway, maybe I'll do an update on this tree, see how fast it grows. Here is another tree, moved with the bucket, the factory stock mini bucket. And the key, the star of the show has been this hook right here. That hook right there has made it possible to just, you know, wrap the strap around. But, you know, I'm willing to bet that you could take the strap and wrap around the bucket on this side, around the pot, and then on the other side do exactly the same thing. And I'm willing to bet you could rig it like that. But yeah, it's yeah, that hook though has been nice to have, especially if you're gonna have multiple trees, you know. And if you could run a decent bead, you can just put one on there in about, you know, 30 minutes and you're done. Third tree. Tilted the bucket back a little bit more, and that really helps to stabilize. Trying to do this with one hand and one forearm, so stand by. We made it. And then I just undo the strap, pull it off the bucket, and then drive out of here. Guys, this machine had no problem whatsoever moving those big trees around. And just to get more specific here, let's do it here. Let's take some measurements here. Okay. And then from all the way from the back to here, it's about 18. But look, if you go from here to about right here, it's like, I would say right around 12 and a half, 13. Let me get right on top of it. If I get right over it and look down, it's right around 12 and 3/4. Okay. And the biggest plant pot I was using, or tree pot I was using, was a 47.12 plant pot. That's huge. It's such a big pot that when you buy the tree, you pay a $50 deposit just for the pot, because they want the pot back. It's that big, and this thing had no problems handling it because, in my opinion, the hook and the strap situation and how I had it all set up. But again, you could probably go around this bucket on both sides and then around the plant pot. That should work as well. But yeah, it was I feel like with this machine you could probably do 50-gallon pots all day long, no problem. Like, the power was there, and I wish I knew what the weight was on some of those trees, but I just don't. All I know is they were super heavy. If I had a guess,
probably around maybe 300 pounds for the biggest one, something like that. But it was the awkwardness about it and how it didn't fit completely on the bucket, and you had to balance it by lifting the bucket, so it was kind of, the tree was kind of sideways, as you saw in the video. But no problems whatsoever running it, and yeah, it was great. It was really nice because you're doing stuff like this on your own, and without even small equipment like this, it would be close to impossible to get that done. You'd really be killing yourself and hurting yourself trying to do all that without equipment. And but yeah, one other thing, question of the day for you guys: when you're turning your machine off, do you throttle down before you cut it off? Why and why not? Or are you just running it at 3,000 RPM and then shutting the machine off? So that's what I'd like to know. Are you throttling down before you turn the machine off? Yes or no? And does it even matter? So that's going to be the question of the day. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. That was kind of a fun project. Anytime I get to use the mini skid to help me do something, it's great. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one.